This is my second time filming this video. Oh, I'm about to fall. This is my second time filming this video. But the last time I tried to film it, I hate the lighting, but I think it's kind of good for what we're working with right now. Hey guys, it's Kyla. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour of my bookshelf right here. So I have some books over on this rolly cart, as you guys can kind of like see right there. And then I have a bunch of books behind me. So if you guys don't know, I'm moving in the next couple months. So this bookshelf is about to be like dismantled while I pack everything up in my room. So I thought, why not film a bookshelf tour before that happens, because you guys have been asking for it and I personally love to watch these videos. So yeah, I'm gonna go through pretty much every single bookshelf and show you guys like what's on it, my thoughts about certain books, maybe, probably, most likely. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started right on into it because I think it'll be fun. So I want to start with what's on the top at first. So right over here I have this little cup of like book kind of things. I have these erasable highlighters. These things are literally my favorite thing ever. They're the Pilot erasable highlighters. They're amazing. I use this Pilot G2 pen. It's the 0.38. And then also in this cup, I just have like a bunch of bookmarks. These two are from the Strand in New York. I have this one from like a local little bookstore place. I don't even know if like you guys can like see this. It's a Harry Potter one. So it says, "Words are most inexhaustible source of magic, Albus Dumbledore." So I got it and I thought it was really cute. And then right behind here I have these book tabs. You guys can get these off of Amazon. Yeah, that's what's just in this little cup. I just keep all like my book things that I use whenever I annotate and all that kind of stuff. That's what's over here. I also have my jewelry holder, a candle, a speaker, my clock. So yeah, that's this side. And then right here I have my Bible, my Bible study journal, and then I have my church journal. This is an old little church journal that I completely filled out. This is like a little poem book called Softer God. It's just like a bunch of poems about like Jesus and God and everything like that. And then I have my actual journal right here that I filled up about halfway. In my journal, if you guys have not watched my how I annotate or how I journal, go watch that video because I kind of explain how I book journal in that video as well. I'm thinking of also redoing it maybe sometime later in the year, but let me know if you guys want that. So that's what is on this side. And now we get into over here. So I have 6 books right here that are stacked up. The first one is Sweet Dandelion right here. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful cover. This book is humongous. I think it's like 600 pages, but like this is one of the bigger books that I own. So I have not read these yet at all, by the way. So that's why they're up here. These are like my TBR kind of books. And then I have Addicted to You, Ricochet, Addicted for Now, Kiss the Sky, and Hot House Flower. Guys, I also have the newest editions of Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower. I'm not gonna grab them right now because they're like at the bottom and I don't feel like messing with that. The first 5 of the Addicted Calloway Sister series together, beautiful. And then this little thing is like a little New York thing. I got it whenever I went to New York about 2 weeks ago, maybe-ish. So that is that. And then right over here I have another stack of 4 books. I have Archer's Voice, Love and Other Words, Pride, and Premeditation. I don't know why, but premeditation is like one of the hardest words for me to say. I'm so excited for this book. It's basically a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, but like Lizzie Bennet, she is a young lawyer and Mr. Darcy is like a lawyer detective, and they work together to like solve this murder case. I never really read books like this, but I'm very excited because like look at it, it's beautiful. So yeah. And then I also have The Summer of Broken Rules. Just look at this cover, gorgeous, amazing. I'm waiting to read this one whenever it gets more into summer, especially whenever I move. So yeah, because I'll be in the perfect place to read this. I have those books at the top, and then right over here I just have like Ron Weasley's house Lego set that me and my boyfriend did together over the summer. But that is pretty much what is at the top over here. I'm just gonna kind of take it like shelf by shelf. So yeah, so right here I have the Off-Campus series. I recently just finished this. I will be mainly talking about it in my April wrap-up, but I did finish this series and I have all of the first 5 right here: The Deal, The Mistake, The Score, The Goal, The Legacy. And then I have the first 2 books in the Briar U spin-off series, Pride and Prejudice, which I have read. And then I also have the first 5 books of the Field Party series by Abby Glines. This is basically the young adult version of this series. Literally, this is just college and this is just high school. And then right here I just have like a bunch of bookmarks. I have a Strand bookmark, this bookish bookmark. This is like the store that I got that Harry Potter bookmark from. And then I have this little magnetic one, and then I just hold these two like drawn bookmarks in there. And then we kind of go over to this side. I do have cotton rounds on top of these books. Don't really know why. And then I have my special edition covers of the Twilight series. Look at them. They're white. They're beautiful. I freaking love the Twilight books absolutely so much. I don't think anybody understands like my obsession with these books, but I love them. And then I recently got Midnight Sun. I really wish I got this one in like a white cover, but they don't have it. But I have not read it yet. It's about like 800 pages, but I am going to be reading it over the summer, so I'm very excited. And then right here is pretty much like all my romance kind of books. I have The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Literally, what a beautiful book. This is like one of my top 5 books of all time. It's about Natasha and Daniel. They meet in New York. They only have a day together because Natasha is leaving. She's getting deported. So she's from Jamaica. He is Korean or Chinese, one of those two, but like it's just a beautiful book, and it's really just about two characters who love New York. And then I have The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, All Your Perfects, Ugly Love, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I have not read All Your Perfects yet, but I really want to. Ugly Love and It Ends With Us broke me. I love these books so much. And then I also have the Ravenhood series by Kate Stewart, which includes Flock, Exodus, and Finish Line. Did not know what these books were about whenever I bought them, so I truly don't know what to expect with these. I know that they're just like very confusing, like you're going to be confused pretty much the entire time that you read them. And then I also have the Twisted series by Anna Huang. Twisted Love is my favorite book of all time. I don't care what anyone says. I'm seeing a lot of hate on Twisted Love. Stop it. Twisted Love is great. Alex and Ava can literally have my heart. I wish this book was bigger. It's so good. And I have Twisted Games and Twisted Hate. I love the both of these so I just love this series. It's like written so well. And then I'm so excited for Twisted Lies to come out in June. And then I have The Fine Print and Terms and Conditions. This one I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reading next. Like this is like my next book that I'm going to be reading. I am very excited because I read The Fine Print, and not gonna lie, I was kind of let down with The Fine Print. Like, unpopular opinion, I didn't really like it. I heard that Terms and Conditions is really good. Lauren Asher, she's not a bad author. I read The Fine Print, and I've read the first 3 books of the race car series, the F1 series that she has, and I like them. They're just not my favorite because like to me they're kind of written like the first one usually starts off as like my least favorite, and then the second one's pretty good, and then I really loved Redeemed of the F1 race series that she has. I'm a person who very much likes character development and like going through difficult stuff with characters. Those are the books I tend to like really love, which is why I love the Twisted series. But yeah, Lauren Asher's books aren't like, they aren't my favorite, and I know she's a lot of people's favorite author, but like personally not to me. She's really good, don't get me wrong, but she's not my favorite. So this is my planner. Don't know why that's there, but it is. So right here I have my After series. I love the After series. I really don't care what anyone says. This is one of my favorite series of all time. It's the series that got me into reading in the first place. I did read it on Wattpad. I was that person. But then I got the paperbacks. Guys, the movies are trash, like absolutely terrible compared to the books. The books are so good. So we have After We Collided, After We Fell, After Ever Happy, and Before. I actually have not read this 5th book yet, but I will read it one day. And then I have If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Forman. If you guys have ever watched the If I Stay movie, please read the book. It's absolutely so good. And then Where She Went is the 2nd book to the series. They were gonna make a 2nd movie to If I Stay, like the sequel, but they never did, which honestly makes me really sad. Yeah, they're both really good. And then we have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Have never read it. My old Bible study teacher actually gave this to me, and I still never read it. So then right here we have all my vampire books. I have the whole entire Vampire Academy series, which includes Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, and Last Sacrifice. Currently reading Blood Promise. I stopped reading it because I started reading other romance books. I do want to finish this series sometime this year if I'm able to. And then we have Crave by Tracy Wolff. I am also a person who throws away dust jackets. I don't care. I hate dust jackets with my entire life. The only reason why these two still have their dust jackets is because like I need to be able to see what book these are, and they don't say them on the side like this one does. But I did throw away the Crave dust jacket because I hate dust jackets. Have not read this book. I heard it's basically vampires and werewolves and all that kind of stuff, but Hogwarts, which very much interests me. I also know it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I probably will be reading it on there. And then the last book for my vampire series is The Beautiful by Renee Adia. Don't know how to say that. I know how to say Renee, but that's about it. It's basically vampires in New Orleans. Never been to New Orleans, but I do love the originals, so that's the only reason why I picked this up, was because it was New Orleans and I thought of the originals, and it was $5 at Target. How could I not? I heard a lot of people hate this book. Me, probably knowing myself, I will probably love it. I've not read it. When will I read it? I don't know, but it's there. So then right here, I have all my Harry Potter books. Technically, these are not mine. They are my boyfriend's. I have read the first 4, have not started the 5th one yet, but I do plan to read the rest of these over the summer. Then I have these 2 books. This is by Carrie Many. Guys, I don't know how to say last names, okay? So we have Stalking Jack the Ripper and then Hunting Prince Dracula. These are young adult books as well, from what I understand. And yeah, I picked them up because I was like, okay, these covers are very, very interesting. The titles are very enticing. I don't know whenever I'm gonna read it. Hopefully in the fall. To me, these are very fall books. So yeah. And then right here I have a journal. That's from, I believe, 2019. So that is basically what's on this shelf. I don't really have much to say about it. This is the second to last shelf that I have of books on this shelving thing. So right here I have the Hunger Games trilogy. I absolutely love the movies, so I finally read the books in this past year. Absolutely love them. Catching Fire is my favorite, and I also did cry during Mockingjay. And then I also got The Maze Runner. I watched all the movies. I really liked all the movies. I think it was the second movie that I hated, but I love Dylan O'Brien. So I still have not read the book. I want to, just haven't gotten around to it. And then I have Insurgents by Veronica Roth. This is the second book of the Divergent series. I love, oh my goodness, guys. I don't think you guys understand. My favorite movies are Hunger Games, Maze Runner, and Divergent. Never read the books, but I do have the second book of Divergent series. I'm going to read them all one day. I've already started with the Hunger Games, so I have to read one of these 2 next. And then I have 5 Feet Apart. I watched the movie, wasn't very impressed by it, but I do have the book. I want to read it. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then right next to that, I have the She's With Me series. I have She's With Me and Stay With Me. I know that there's a third one that just came out. The first 2 books, I gave them both like a 2 or a 3 out of 5. And I remember reading these on Wattpad and being like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I got the books and I was like, okay, this is not as good as I remember. So I probably won't be buying the third one, but I do have the first 2. So like, why wouldn't I get the third one? I don't know. Then the next book is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Heard it's really, really good. Have not read it yet, but the cover is beautiful. And then the last book on this shelf is The Ninth House. I am actually very, very, very excited to read this book. I'm bringing it down with me so I can read it right whenever September hits. This is giving me like such fall vibes, and like this girl is in Yale and trying to uncover a mystery, and oh my gosh, it's so, just look at the cover, it's beautiful. I need to stop talking about that book because I'm so excited to read it. And then right here I have my Cassandra Clare books. This one on top is Serpent and Dove. Have not read it yet. I've had it for 2 years. Just fantasy is really not my thing, which is why I have not read most of the fantasy books, but I do want to get more into it, so that's why I have some. But then I have the first 3 books of the Mortal Instrument series, City of Bones, City of Ashes, and City of Glass. I have read the first 4 of this series. I don't remember what they are. I only know what happens in the show because I watched season 1 and 2 of the show, but then I stopped right after that because I got bored. And then right next to that I have the 3 Infernal Devices series. The only reason why I bought them was because of this like art that it shows. Guys, I have no excuses, but like look at this. It's beautiful. Wait, I think this is the princess one. Guys, do you see this? This is gorgeous. I will one day read these. I promise you I will. I just don't know when that is. Now we're gonna get onto my cart. I'm just gonna like name the books that I have on here. I have the Jane Austen little big book of her books in here, which include Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, and Persuasion. This used to have a dust jacket on it. Guess what I did with it? I threw it away. And then I have Looking for Alaska by John Green. And then I also have Little Women by L.M. Alcott. It's beautiful, like this hardcover. Don't usually love hardcovers, but like this is just like a beautiful book. There's pictures. Watch me get excited for pictures in a book. Oh, from the movie. Are there more? Please tell me that. Oh, there's more. There's pictures in here. Guys, I just got okay, I'm reading this soon. I just got so excited for that. And then I have some poem books. I have The Princess Saves Herself in this one. I have The Truth About Magic by Atticus. This is like my favorite book of poems ever, and I've read some, and this one is my absolute favorite. And then I just have two little art ones. I have Vincent van Gogh Creative Inspiration, and then a memoir of Vincent van Gogh. These are kind of like my royalty books, I guess you could say. At least most of them are. I have Betrayed and the Betrothed by Kiara Cass. The dust jackets, where are they? In the trash. Then I have the whole entire selection series. I have the Selection, the Elite, the One, the Prince and the Guard, which are like the novellas of the series. And then I also have The Heir and the Crown. I don't care what anybody says about the spin-off, The Heir and the Crown. I think that they're good. I like them. So yeah. And then I have 3 Bridgerton books. I used to think that you could read these out of order. While you can, I just feel like it takes away from the entire series. So I do have the first 2, which is The Duke and I and The Viscount Who Loved Me. And I have watched both seasons. I'm actually rewatching it right now. I wanted to read the books, and I'm very, 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 very excited to get to the 3rd one, which is Benedict's one. Heard it's really good. It gives me Cinderella vibes every single time that I see anything about it. But I do have the 5th one, which is To Sir Philip with Love, because I love Eloise and this is her story. But I do want to go through every single book and read them before I get to hers, because I think it'll be that much better. And then I have The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and then Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. So yeah, this is the last of my books. So that is pretty much like all what's on my shelf. I do have 2 more books that are sitting on my desk that I do want to show you guys. I have Love and Gelato and Alex Approximately. These are sitting on my desk because I plan to read these next. So yeah, but yeah, those are all my books like on my bookshelf and everywhere around my room. If you guys want more book content, make sure to subscribe and stay a while. And also let me know if you guys want any reading vlogs of any of these books I have or have not read. I do plan to vlog the entire Addicted series and Love in Other Words, but if there's any other books that you guys want me to do a reading vlog of, please let me know and I will gladly do that because they're pretty fun and they're pretty easy. That's all I have for this video. Make sure to subscribe because I have a lot of book content coming out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.